Alright, scouts and rogues, welcome to more Majora's Mask. I'm starting here at the owl statue in Clocktown, just for consistency reasons since I ended last video here. But on today's menu, we need to head back to Ikana Graveyard, take care of tasks there that take place on the night of day 2. So I'll see you kiddos there. And by the power of editing, we are now here in the Ikana Graveyard. Night of day 2. So, we've got some specific tasks that can take place here on night 2 only. So, talk to these styled children, and just like the grave on the night of day 1, these styled children are playing Ring Around the Rosie around the grave, and they'll pretty much do the same thing. We can order them to either guard the grave or open it, and we're going to command them to open this grave, and then we can enter this grave on the night of day 2. You can only enter this grave on the night of day 2, so, because the graves vary depending on the day. So, when we come back here on day 3, we'll have a different grave to access. So, day 2's grave, come down here, and we have a couple of rupees we can grab. And I don't know who took the time to set a pot down here, but you wasted your time, sorry. And we have a blank empty wall. Well, that's no fun. Nope. If you don't see anything, that usually means there is something. Yeah, the stick's gonna do it. Nope, lens of truth. Yep, invisible wall. And we have a door to access, so... Yeah, once you've played Majora's Mask for quite a few times, or once you've played Majora's Mask quite enough, you kind of don't need the lens of truth as much anymore, because you just know where all the secrets are. So, here we got a couple of giant scatulas that cannot be seen with the naked eye. And a couple of keys as well. So, out with the power of Z targeting. There we go. And you don't want to... Oh, yeah. Yeah, notice we got some gaps that can... some platforms that can only be seen with the lens of truth. And you don't want to leap over these. Like, don't jump across the gap as a shortcut, because you'll end up just falling like an idiot, so... Oh, another dead end. And another dead end. Well, yep. I've reached a point in my life to where the Zelda games can't fool me as much. I know all the secrets. I know that sometimes there's a bombable wall, sometimes there's an invisible wall. Sorry, Nintendo, you're getting to the point where you can't fool me as much. Ah, got another demented hockey player to fight. There we go. Feel bad for this guy. We're coming in here and on his territory and killing him. And really, you know, we fought him first. He was just casually sitting there, possibly meditating, minding his own business. We came in here and, you know, we're on his ground. Who are we to intrude and kill him like this? He's trying to kill us, and I'd say rightfully so. Poor man. Can't be too comfortable wearing all that. It's gotta be a relief to come home from a hard day's work and pull all that armor off. Just kick back in a wife beater. Some boxers. 'Cause I wouldn't want to wear that thing all day. And for defeating him, we simply get a piece of heart. So we get various rewards beneath the graveyard, depending on the night it is. So day 1, we were able to learn the Song of Storms. And night 2, we were able to get a heart piece. So on night 3, we'll get a little something extra as well. Of course, these enemies come back after we left, but... they're no match for... Oh, cool, look at that. Took care of 2. Sometimes I'm just that amazing. No, not really. Just the power of Z targeting, that's all. It's nice that someone took the time to build a door down here. And let's head out. Well, that takes care of the graveyard for the time being. And just in the nick of time. Good. Alright, we're down to day 3. 24 hours until we die. Will I succeed? One can only hope. The game's getting more and more intense, isn't it? Okay, so Up next on our menu, we need to head on to the next major area of the game. We're not going to do a lot there yet, but I'm mostly going to go there so I can activate my warp and my owl statue. Because I'm getting tired of coming back to this area over and over again with Epona. I love you, Epona. You're a trusty steed, but I'd rather just instantly warp to my locations, I suppose. Look, don't even try, man. Come on. Alright, equipped our Gyro's mask. That one those stupid Ingo twins gave us. This mask finally comes to some use. The purple Grim Reaper here is going to allow us to pass through here because he views us as one of him. He has the power to make dead-looking trees sprout. It's a power I wish I had. Alright, I can't remember if I've shown this or not, but because I thought I made this pop up already. That way, in case anyone wants to go ahead and go to this area, they would know how. But, sometimes I don't do things that I think I want to do. And here we have these new enemies, these deflected-looking Gorons. It looks like if someone tried to genetically clone a Goron and the experiment went all wrong, they'd probably end up looking like that. Yeah, the trick to these guys is if you keep walking in one straight line, they're going to end up popping up in front of you. So you kind of have to go zigzaggy when you walk through here, or else those guys are going to pop up. And I think they're programmed to pop up where they think you're walking, so. And here we have Ikana Canyon, our next major area of the game. I regret to inform you that there are no donkey trails. And the vacation photos you take with your family here might not be all that exciting. One might not get with the family one day at a family get-together, take out the family album, show them the photographs of Ikana Canyon, and say, what a time we had. Here we are, standing in front of this dead-looking area. I don't think those film strips would be all that pleasant, personally. Alright, speaking of dead, it's time to finally put the nail in the coffin to our title deed side quest. So we need to be Zora Link here. Oh, whoa, good thing I didn't do that, because I almost forgot something. Good thing I remembered this. Okay, talk to him as regular Link first. And we're going to conduct normal business. And he's going to offer to sell us a blue potion for 100 rupees. So if you don't have 100 rupees, this would be a good time to put those rupees in your bank to some good use. Fill up that trusty adult wallet of yours. Alright, so that's going to come in handy a little later on. So we'll just keep that wherever we keep our items. Under our shield. Keep it away. Let it collect some dust for a while. And we're going to put that to some good use a little later. So be sure to pick that up, because that is rather important. There are other ways to get blue potions, but that's the less tedious of the ways. So, talk to him as Zora Link. And just like the other Deku scrubs, he expresses interest in pursuing business elsewhere. And we're going to give him the ocean title deed that we got over in Zora Hall. And that is going to bring the conclusion to our title deed trading quest of sorts, and we get 200 rupees for that. Someone can correct me on this, but I don't know at the top of my head if every time you complete this you'll get 200 rupees for it. I'd like to think so, but like if you do it again in another quest later, I don't know if he'll only give you 5 rupees or something. And he heads out. Not sure if I guess Deku's flying like that is kind of similar to birds. You know, birds have to learn how to fly. I guess when Deku's learn how to fly, that's when they decide to leave home. Leave home to go pursue a legal business of sorts. And we get another heart piece for that. And that is our last of the title deed heart pieces. And we got a Mask of Truth thing here, might as well. Or Gossip Stone, rather. Guess I'll go ahead and just see what it says. Okay, and I didn't show that, because that was a gigantic spoiler, and I'm not showing that. Alright, over on the left, there's some water. If you head down there and follow that watery path, that'll actually take you back to Southern Swamp. So you're welcome to do that if you want, but I don't ever use that. I guess they just needed to connect the areas somehow. Alright, so we're actually not going to do very much here. And Tattle's going to talk our ear off here, but I'm not going to show what she's talking about quite yet. Because I don't really want to do very much here, because we've got other side quests to take care of. Other coffins to nail the final nail in. So we need to cross this area and get up to the next major area. In order to do that, we're going to take a skill we learned from the Great Bay Temple, which is that we can freeze Octoroks and use them as platforms. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to freeze the Octoroks, use them as platforms to jump, and that gets us across the area. Then we're going to put our hook shot to some use. And head up here. And this is going to gain us access to the real meat of this area. But we're going to kind of keep that in limbo for a while, because we're not going to do very much here. Activate our owl statue. And now we finally have a shortcut, so whenever I want to get over to the eastern area, I don't have to use opponent anymore, thankfully. Alright, so let's just keep this in limbo for a while. We've got some unfinished business to take care of. So first and foremost, we're going to warp back to, the mountain village. So I'll see you there. Alright, we are back in the mountain village. And what we need to do is finish up and put the nail in the coffin on our Dongiro side quest. Throughout this cycle, I assembled the Dongiro frogs to form the choir, and we got the last one in the Great Bay Temple. So all the frogs are finally here this cycle. So, the band is back together, they've set aside their differences, and it's time for their farewell concert. So let's see what these guys... Let's have a little battle of the bands, shall we? Well, not quite Frog's theme from Chrono Trigger, but not bad, not bad. And for being John Williams, we get... yeah, another one of these, eh? How original. It's a date. Alright, so that takes care of the Dongiro side quest. That's all done. So now we've got one last little side quest we're going to take care of, and then that's probably going to about do it for this video. So let's head over to Great Bay Coast. Alright, we are back here in Great Bay Coast, and now that we've completed Great Bay Temple, and the ocean is restored to peaceful waters, things are in harmony, we've got a little game we can play. If we head over to this platform. There you go, reach up, Link. Reach for the stars, man. Alright, we got a little boat here that we can climb aboard. And we have to just wait patiently until the boat gets to our destination, so... this is actually the same boat that the Gerudo pirates had. Like, if you listen to the sound, you can tell that it's the same boat that they had. Alright, let's get our hook shot ready. I constantly call it the trusty hook shot, but really that depends on the, that depends on the holder, really. And that's the moon shaking. Link does not have Parkinson's disease, by the way. Right. Or maybe he does. Alright. Launch to this tree here. Yeah, you gotta kind of be precise with that, or else you'll have to go all around again. Here, oh, it's our old friend Baldy McNo-Nipples. He's taking a break from creepy picture hunting of unconscious women. And he's pursued other interests, like games. Now that the waters are restored, we got a little jumping game we can play for 20 rupees. It's just to go to the center island. Alright. It's funding some money for a nipplelopsopy, or whatever a nipple transplant would be of some sort. Alright. Oh, and by the way, well, I'll explain that when we play the game. Alright, let's get our pointy ears, listen intently. Torches are going to light up on the islands, We have to jump to the lit torch before it goes out, and we'll get a point for that. 20 or more gets a surprise. 20 rupees to play. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, so the rules are simple. Jump to the island that has a lit torch. There we go, and then I always jump back to the center. Now this game seems kind of difficult, but what makes this game easy is the fact that they give you an abundance of time. You do have to... Jumping, you really do need to be precise and everything, but what makes this easy is just the fact that they give you so much time to complete this. You can get 20 points and still have so much time left, so really take your time with this. I mean, when you're first playing this game, your instinct is probably to rush so you can get 20 points as quickly as possible before the time runs out, but I mean, getting 20 points, I mean, you'll finish that so quickly, so... I mean, we've already got 13 here, so... Yeah, and you'll always want to jump back to the middle. You don't want to go from an outside platform to another outside platform. I don't even know if you can or not, but for me, I always do better when I jump in the middle here, so... There we go. I didn't mention this earlier, but the hours to come and play this are actually a little odd. If you come here at like 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning or something like that, he'll say that he's getting ready and the game can't start yet. But once it's 7 o'clock in the morning, that's when you can play the game. And he'll say, oh, okay, you can play now, I'm all set up. If you come here around like 5 or so, that's when he says he's closing for the evening, so... The hours for this game are like 7 to 5 or something along those lines. I say that because it doesn't really list the hours or anything, so... And look at that, we've already got 24, and look how much time we got left, so... That's really what makes this so simple, is it's not really the skill of the game, it's... I mean, that alone is not too difficult, but... It's more the fact that they just give you so much time to complete this, so... Yeah, 20 points should be no problem. And there we go. The game is complete. And he makes this noise like you lost, but he's actually just disappointed in himself is all. So we get a very easy game there. Complete that, and... Yeah, I didn't see that coming, did you? Another heart container. We're moving on up like the Jeffersons, I'll say. Well, keep pursuing that photograph hobby of yours and sell some Gerudo unconscious pictures, and... It's interesting how people struggle to make a living in this world, when you can just find money inside of plants and such. Alright, so we're gonna warp over to Ikana Canyon. I guess I'll show this briefly, since this will be a new area on our map. Go over to yeah, and we got Ikana Canyon on our map now. So let's warp there, and we're back in the land of the dead. And we're really going to start this area and really start cooking next video. So I'll go ahead and save here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll start the next major area of the game in the next part. Alright, I'll see you then. See you later, alligators.